Hey, smoked meat people, how are you? This is your host, Brad Pittman, this morning. Going to be a really weird podcast today, doing the small bites. Just going to have some fun this morning. May not be long, maybe an hour long, who knows. I'm just going to kind of roll. I'm out here smoking some butts, recording a little bit, having a good time. Just going to do a bunch of silly crap today. I mean, we always talk about different things, but today's just going to be randomness, silly crap. Maybe a couple of imitations in there. You know, you never know who might show up. I reckon I got here on time. I don't see no biscuits cooking, no. You got to get on it, fat boy. Really? Yeah, this is the crap that goes in my head every morning and every afternoon and every night. Basically, runs around in my head like a hamster wheel. I'll tell you, them butts look good, but they'd be better smoked on propane. That grill could be a propane accessory if we used the right adapters. Shut the hell up, Hank. Yeah, this is my day. What you got smoking, Sue? I sure do like big butts. Yeah, my droopy's not the greatest in the world, but hey, whose is? You know, I like to make people laugh. Hopefully this podcast is going to make people laugh today. You know, we got birds in the background. That's what the squeaking is. It's not my knees. But if it's my knees, you'd hear popping. Yep, most definitely. Oh, man. So let's see. What have y'all been watching on Netflix lately? I found the last season of Orange is the New Black. Yeah, that's right. I've watched the entire series. And every season I've actually binge watched the seasons. Yeah, I'm that guy. But the last season was really, really good. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because it's still fairly new coming out. I don't know who's seen it and who hadn't. But the writers did a really good job. The people who played the characters did really good. They owned them. Each of them said goodbye to their own character in their own little way. Really well put together show. You know, the first season, you had to get through all the prison stereotypes. And it had a lot of lesbian stuff in there where they were doing lesbian sex, all that stuff. Okay, whatever. Yeehaw. And then the second season on up, they kind of got more into the characters, and that was just a really big side note that, yeehaw, it was more talk than shown, which was great because, you know, yeehaw. There's a time and place, but watching that, it's not really the time and place. But they did really good. I hate binge watching stuff though, especially the last season, because when you do, you just feel empty all of a sudden. And it's just a weird feeling. You shouldn't feel that way because it's a damn TV show. But you do, you know. You figure, okay, well, what happens to this one? What's going to happen to this one? Because they all didn't get out of prison. I mean, life went on. So you never know, like Sons of Anarchy. You know, yeah, Jax met his maker in the end, but there were still a lot of people that you liked on that show that kept going on. You know, they didn't just shut down the club. So you just feel weird when a good show ends. You know, Breaking Bad, I didn't like it when it ended, but it had a good ending, you know. And I'm going to spoil this because anybody that hasn't seen the end of Breaking Bad ain't going to watch it anyway. You know, I love the fact Walt wired a damn M60 in the back of an old sled, you know, and he went out that way and let Jesse go, got him free. And Jesse just riding along laughing maniacally. I can dig that. You know, that's what it feels to get out of work some mornings. You just want to ride home. And, yeah, I sympathize with the man. He's been making meth for God knows how long in the underground. So, yeah, he had a bad day. You know, what else have we got? The new season of Glow just came on, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling show. That was actually a pretty good show. It's not the actual characters, you know, not the total story of the show, but it's kind of a takeoff on it, and it's actually pretty good. It's well put together, and it's a pretty cool show. But yes, I binge watched it. Are y'all seeing a pattern now? I binge watch a little bit of stuff here and there. Don't really have one show that I like a lot, and want to watch every week. I do Deadliest Catch every week. I don't binge watch it and stuff like that. But Netflix is the devil, apparently. Got to love it. I love movies. You know, one of my favorite movies, Coming to America. Eddie Murphy, I understand there's a Coming to America 2 coming out that's being filmed now here in Atlanta, and that is awesome. I really hope Eddie Murphy brings back the old guys in the barbershop, because they were my favorites. You know, I like the old Jewish guy. Eddie Murphy did such a great job with him. My favorite line is when he reaches up and touches that lion that the king's got hanging around his neck, goes, "This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?" It just, it tickles me every time. You know, when they're talking about boxing, he kicked Joe Louis's ass. He tickles me because it's just a stereotypical old guy. You know, and I love it. And Randy Watson, oh man, Sexual Chocolate. You gotta love some Sexual Chocolate, man. What kind of band is that? The bad thing is there are bands out there like that. That while they may want to make this kind of music, you know, hey, the weddings and the little shows like that pay the bills, so they learn to play The Greatest Love of All. And it's inside of me. Yeah, that's my singing. That's why I'm not in a band. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Well, y'all, I know this is kind of a short episode, and it is a weird one today. I don't know what it is with me. I'm just kind of all over the place this morning. You think Bigfoot ever gets mad because his vacation pictures turned out blurry? You know, how many cameras has he took back to Walmart? That's all I want to know. You know, bite me if you didn't laugh. If you did laugh, subscribe, because there's more where that came from. Why do you know from funny, you bastards? Oh, Lord. Let's see, what else we got? I love to watch the old mob movies, like Goodfellas and all those. I love Joe Pesci. And the thing is, in a lot of the mob movies like Casino and Goodfellas, he's different characters, but he's the same guy. But he does it so well. You know, I love Joe Pesci. I love De Niro. You know, a lot of people get hung up on actors and comedians and their politics. You know, I may not agree with anybody's politics. I keep out of that. I don't discuss politics with anybody because you're not going to change anyone's mind. What I say is going to make people go, wow, the president's awesome all of a sudden. No, they're not. If they don't like the president, they don't like the president. It is what it is. You know, if they love him, they're not going to listen to what I say and go, "That son of a bitch." No, they're not going to do it. So why worry with it? You know. And, I love watching entertainers for what they do. You know, I hate when entertainers start on a thing trying to change everybody's, you know, feelings about, excuse me, a little hiccup, about things. You know, now causes like, you know, animals, you know, being abandoned, things like that. Okay, cool. Because that's something that we need awareness of. You know, domestic abuse, child abuse, you know, homelessness, things like that. I can dig that. Those are things we can change. Politics, you know, you're not going to change anyone's mind at all, period. And it, you know, I hate that. So I just don't pay attention to it. I know my politics. I know who I vote for, who I don't. I'm not always along party lines on anything. I feel like Ron Swanson. I just wish the government would leave me the hell alone and fix the roads. That would be the best thing. Oh, man. I have wandered all over the road on this one. But I appreciate everybody listening. I've had a good time doing it. And I'm going to record some more today. And y'all make sure you hit subscribe on this thing. We're now on iHeartRadio also. We're growing. Like I say, make sure you hit subscribe. And it'll give you updates as to when I've got new podcasts out. Different announcements, things like that. I want to thank Joe's Underground in Augusta, Georgia, corner 8th and Broad in the bottom of the Lamar building, for for sponsoring this podcast. Jeremy, you're a great guy. Love you, man. Love the entire staff there at Joe's. They've always got good food, good drinks, great staff, great people in entertainment. Y'all make sure you go on down there. Joe's Underground, 8th and Broad. It's been the Smoke Meat Podcast, The Small Bites. I'm Brad, your host. Doses.